Good morning. It's extremely early for me, so I'm going to be pretty quiet today. It's going to be a mostly ASMR stream. It is currently 1:27 a.m. for me. I went to a family dinner. We went to a Mexican restaurant, and I ate way too much. So I went into a food coma and slept for like 5 hours straight. Woke up at midnight. So, yeah, I'm not sleeping anytime soon. I have made a semi-official I've made a semi-official commitment to release Krastorio by the end of the week. So yeah, I'm not talking very much, but I will keep the microphone on so you can hear me type. But since it's so early, I don't want to wake the neighbors because the soundproofing in this apartment is not quite as good as my last one. You'll also notice that I'm talking a lot quieter than usual as well. Yeah, Kid is a teen. I am working on the 2.0 update. This actually is running on, you can see I'm running Factorio 2.0, and there's Krastorio. It's coming along. No ETA. My goal is to get it out by the end of the week. I haven't been committing to an ETA because I didn't want to like stress myself out too much, what with work and life and things. But I've since realized that giving myself a goal makes me a lot more motivated. So. Oh, really? Oh, no, wait. Yeah, grid prototype. Okay. Thank you for the follow, Vingdorellas. Appreciate you. Yes, Dutton. I should be asleep. But I mentioned earlier that I had a big Mexican family dinner. Sorry. I had family dinner at a Mexican restaurant, and I ate way too much, went into a food coma, and now my sleep schedule is destroyed. So that's why I'm here. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to build a lookup of equipment to owners. And this is for the purpose of comparison because I think Krastorio has a lot of unnecessary equipment categories, and I'm going to simplify them. But I want to make sure that I don't change anything. Like the end result should be identical. I'm just simplifying the code. Right, I don't need to do this on init anymore. It's pretty cool that you can see the results in real time. That's a Lua thing, right? I'm not sure what you mean. I can't see the results in real time. I have to run the game to see them. Unless you're talking about the diagnostics, which is just a language server thing. Oh, well, I'm not seeing the results. I was just demonstrating. Like, all of these say that they can be placed in certain things. And the goal is after my refactoring, this should remain exactly the same. Like, in order to see results, I have to save and then reload. Hey, Debaus. How you doing?
Moisturize me, moisturize me.
I actually can't drink too much water because I kind of hurt myself on that Mexican food. So my stomach's pretty full. Does that do a deep copy? Yeah, it does. Well, it does a shallow copy. That's what I'm looking for. Can stick around to watch a show in my cozy bed calling me to sleep. Well, good night, cities. Thanks for joining the stream. Does log not work in the root scope? That does. What the frick? Why doesn't this exist? Okay, no owners for Spidertron only. So Spidertron only is completely redundant. Good to know. Okay, but we are going to save this output. Like that. And then before dot Lua. All right, cool. So now we can start cleaning up the equipments categories. So we can do... Basically, I think we can just split this into two categories because we have vehicle stuff and we have armor stuff. And then we have things that go in both things. Oh, actually, you can't put roboports inside of locomotives. Okay. And you can't put electric engines inside of cargo wagons. So actually, there's a few more than I thought. But one of the things that I don't like is there's a lot of redundant categories. So if we go to the categories, we have something called universal equipment, which doesn't really make sense because of you can just add multiple categories to a single equipment and the equipment grid. So you don't need like a single category for universal equipment. And this has been annoying because a lot of base things need to be put into this universal equipment category when that's completely redundant. They're already in the armor category. So I'm pretty sure vehicle robot is the only one inside vehicle robot interaction equipment. So I think I want to put, let's see, what is in here? Yeah, the only one. That's the only one in that category. Which is funny. So I think we only need 3 categories here. We have vehicle locomotion, which is the additional electric engines. Then we have the vehicle robots, which is this guy. And then everything else is just armor. But no, because the big personal batteries need to be able to go in either, as well as the generators. Oh, actually, all of these can go in everything. But night vision and superior exoskeleton are only in armor. Maybe a different tab for equipment, so much military stuff already. I don't really feel like doing that. I blame Krastorio for having so much redundant equipment. Like, there's 4 tiers of everything. Well, actually, there's 6 tiers of battery. 4 tiers of those. But then these personal submachine versus sniper defense, I've never really gotten the difference between these. I feel like they're just redundant. Like, you can just get rid of one of them. I like one's slower but more powerful, and the other is faster and less powerful, but in practical terms, it doesn't really make a difference. Okay, so these go in armor only. Then these are in armor and vehicle. Yeah, okay. So let's think about this. We want... We're just gonna do it like this. Aircraft equipment. Why do we have this? That's for... Yeah. No, we don't need that. And this is used... Wait, why are exoskeletons available in the Spidertron? They're not. Yeah, it's not used. That's funny. Spidertron only is not actually used as Spidertron only. Okay, so that goes away. And then we do... So we have armor already in the base game. Actually, what does the base game have? It just has armor. Okay. Since K2 won't be supporting Space Age, how about elevated rails? Yeah, it supports it just fine. Well, actually, I haven't tested it yet, but it should work just fine. So yeah, it doesn't support Space Age or quality, but it does support elevated rails. Although I might need to, well, no, some of these, yeah, okay. Okay, so here we have vehicle. Then we have vehicle locomotion. And then we have vehicle robots. I think those are the only three we need. Okay. Now things are gonna heckin' die. Yeah. Okay, so KR car grid. So car grid needs vehicle, a vehicle locomotion, and vehicle robots. That's going to be most of them. So locomotive is that, but it doesn't have robots. Checked it to braking fluid, can't stop. Funny. Okay, that has support for all of them. Okay, tank has support for all of them. Tank grid 2, what is this used for? Advanced tank versus tank, okay. Wagons grid only supports vehicle and vehicle robots. The Mark III armor grid. This is just armor. And just armor. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. So now these can go away. And those get changed still. Okay, now we need to... Oh. Oh, that's legacy scripts. Okay, we can worry about those later. Okay, generator equipment, antimatter reactor equipment. So this will go in armor and vehicle. In fact, I'm just going to do a bulk replacing here. There we go. Okay, type not equal character, then grid. Or flip table define grid equipment categories. So if it's not a character, then it's a vehicle. So we are looking for a vehicle. There we go. So now these are all legacy. So we're going to worry about those later. Cool. Let's see what happens now. Okay, Spidertron only. Yeah, that's unnecessary now. Movement bonus, superior exoskeleton, advanced exoskeleton. Okay. Okay, vehicle motor. I might actually change that back to vehicle motor. Okay, cool. So now if we do this, and we copy this, and then we copy this to before, it should be like exactly the same. It's not, okay. So I did break something. So where does the difference start? Oh, okay, here we go. Modular armor. Oh, it's in there twice. That's awkward. Okay, so maybe it's actually fine. No. Okay, what changed now? Okay, modular armor. Oh, it's duplicated again. Okay. Wonder why that was duplicated. Okay, here we go. Okay, cool. They are exactly the same after I fixed the duplication. First try, baby. Okay, so now universal equipment is gone, and all we have now is 4 categories. We have armor, vehicle, vehicle locomotion, and vehicle robots. And all of these should be the same. So that does not accept vehicle roboports or vehicle engines. Yeah. Man, superior exoskeletons are heckin' expensive. Okay, so that's fixed. Okay, so now we went from 1, 2, 3. We went from 5 to 3. Or at least they're more aptly named now. Okay, so we fixed that. What was the actual Hey, Lucifer. Okay. Cannot copy and paste report machine configurations. Yeah, this is an enhancement. All of these are balance problems with other mods. Bonuses tab outdated. Right. This is a bug in Factorio. Because the bonuses tab should not be showing hidden items, but it is. Like this item, if we click on it, it doesn't show at all. It's hidden. Yeah, hidden Factorio PDS. Yeah, this should not be showing hidden items. 1 second. Okay, there's including bonus. Okay, this should already be doing this. Oh, it has a... Okay. So it's not a bug. Yes, Trampoline, I received permission to stream Factorio source code, so you will, if you tune in, you will get sneak peeks sometimes. So yeah, apparently there's an item prototype flag called hide from bonus GUI, which is used instead. Okay, so let's check something real quick. You can go over here and be tabbed. Thank you. Oops, said be tabbed. Thank you. So if we go and turn off realistic weapons. Boo, boo, boo. So if we turn off realistic weapons, we should have uranium and imersite rounds magazines, yeah. I've already seen all the code on our settings stream. Okay, so when we go weapons, realistic. Yeah, so this file still has over 1,500 lines of code that I haven't looked at all because I really don't want to. Oh, shit, these are SVGs? Huh. Sorry, I'm trying to see if there's a more stream friendly background that won't completely screw with the light or dark mode. Because every time I accidentally show my background, you're getting like jump scared. Ooh, Fedora 40 Night. That actually looks like a nice stream background to have. Okay, we'll do that one. There we go. So now whenever I show the background, that actually is a really nice background. I like it. Need a night version of the free red background. If only I could find one. Okay. Uranium Rounds magazine is nil. Oh, it's because it's an ammo. Insert table expected got nil. Okay. Do I have flip table in here? No. Actually, is it from data util? Yeah. Now I'm gonna require it anyway. Yeah, for guard, it is pretty annoying. Okay, that has been fixed. Arguably, it shouldn't show hidden items there in the base game, but I'm too lazy to fix that right now. Hide uranium and imersite rounds magazines when realistic weapons is enabled. Some more observant folks might, if you've joined previous development streams, you'll know that I've been using tmux in the past, but I no longer do that. I'm now using my window manager as a window manager because I am sick of tmux having screen tearing. Like, you see how smooth this scrolling is? Well, for you guys, it's 30 FPS. For me, this is scrolling at 180 FPS, which is really smooth. In tmux, it is not nearly as smooth, and it was driving me nuts. So I'm actually just using actual window manager windows now, which is much nicer. The only downside is it doesn't really work over SSH. Okay, what does my 2.0 milestone have left in it? Show Tesla core radius when placing it, but what about bugs? Right, fusion reactor. Okay, so let's look at the fusion reactor here. Here we go. Okay, so the fusion reactor is really heckin' simple. It just takes in water and outputs steam. And I'm fairly certain we can change this to be an actual fusion reactor. Or maybe just a boiler, actually. Why does this need to be nuclear fusion? Oh, because it needs to output the empty fuel cell? But no, we could use that. This could just be a boiler. It doesn't even need to be a fusion reactor. Oh, no, because it needs to consume electricity. Right, okay. So let's investigate the fusion reactor prototype. See what we need. Okay, so if I remember correctly, you have an energy source, which is electric. You also have a burner. You have an input fluid box and an output fluid box. Okay, so we're not going to have a neighbor bonus. Okay, let's just try this. So we're going to go to fusion reactor. And we are going to try changing this to a fusion reactor. Fusion reactor. Flags, mineable, max health, corpse. Okay, all those things. Oh, this was never rearranged. There we go. Okay, so all those should be the same, but instead of those, we do input fluid box, output fluid box. I think. Yeah, input fluid box, output fluid box, okay. Filter equals water. Filter equals steam. Energy source, okay, now we also need the burner. Type equals burner. What does burner need? Burner energy source, okay. Type is burner fuel inventory size was 1. Burnt inventory size is also 1. Okay, well, let's just try that for now. Okay, power input. That's a weirdly specific number. Okay. Okay, plasma category not found. What the heck is plasma category? It's not even graphics set. Oh. Get out of here. Max fluid usage. Okay. Why is that not sorted up there? Okay, power input, max fluid usage, max amount of fluid converted. Let's just do 100 for now. Okay, that works. I think getting the graphics right will be the hardest part. Okay, so now we should have an actual fusion reactor. Yep, consumes burnable fuel, consumes water, consumes electricity, and generates steam. Okay, so the next step is we're going to need to add a fuel category. Fusion fuel. Oh, it's actually already there. Hey, Jim Quill. I see you are also unable to sleep tonight. I might need to go refill my water bottle. Did you, oh no, you weren't there, sorry. The story as to why I'm awake is went to Mi Ranchito and ate too much. It was very good though. So I went to the Mexican restaurant and ate too much, and then uh, went into a food coma and woke up at like 11 p.m. Okay, so fusion fuel is already used by the DT fuel cell. Okay, that's perfect. So this just takes a fuel category. A fusion fuel. Oh, got flash banged by the. There we go. That's better. There we go. Fuel. Okay, so there now it says nothing. DT fuel cell. But no, it does work. It's just not. Why is it not showing it? Weird. It's also not. It also doesn't say in the Factoriapedia what it consumes. That is feels like a bug. Okay, well let's test this and see if it works. So we need to make sure that it produces steam that is hot enough. I'm actually still trying to save Snow promises me staying awake. Well, I will appreciate you lurking. Thank you for joining the stream. Okay, target temperature is 15 degrees, but we want it to be much hotter than that. So how do I make it go hotter? That didn't work. Yeah, I don't know how to control that, so we need to look at the source code again. Update burner, perform fusion. Okay, so fluid limits, energy source limits. Okay. Output fluid dot take. Get fluid, produce fluid temperature. Okay, neighbor bonus, target temperature. Oh. Okay, so this isn't going to work. We can't make this into a fusion reactor because the fusion reactor uh, uses the default temperature of the fluid. So we are going to need to add a prototype property to the fusion reactor to allow it to produce an arbitrary fluid temperature. Or we do something really janky, which is do a math min and do this output fluid box get prototype or minimum get min temperature like that. That's the janky solution. I mean, it'll work. Why is it taking a neighbor bonus on the temperature? Because fusion reactors have neighbor bonus in Space Age. So in order to make sure the stream doesn't die, I halved the number of workers that are being used to build the game, so it's gonna take a little bit. I'm gonna go refill my water bottle. I'll be back in a sec. I'm back. Perfect timing too. Oh. Oh. Wait, that's not... What? Why is that like that? Boz Kid? Wait. Wait. Uh-oh. Hmm. Somebody was unhappy with me. 1 second. I need to blame this and say, okay, it was Boss Kid. Fixed fusion reactor shown twice under fluoroketone hot in Factoriopedia. If not, generator will not show under input fluid as consumed by. Blame Regard. I wonder why BozKid didn't make that a runtime error. That should definitely be a runtime error. Well, the way to fix this is we do production type. There we go. Boo 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 boo. I might change my playlist because this one loops pretty quickly. It's like a 40-minute playlist that loops for 2 hours. Well, heck, that didn't even work. Gigantify an emote. Huh. Didn't know you could do that. Well, unfortunately, as you can see, I don't currently have an engineer, so my bad. Okay, well that should work. So why in it working? Okay, cool. I didn't dox my token. Awesome. So we take the min of the default temperature or the output fluid box minimum temperature. And the output fluid box minimum temperature should be 500. But what is the max temperature of steam? Max temperature is 5,000. Nuclear fusion creates steam that is 975 degrees, actually, not 500. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to look into this more tomorrow when I am working. In fact, I should be signed in right now. Let me pull up my timesheet real quick and sign into work because I am working right now. I'll give myself let's see, 2:25. Let's say it's been about 15 minutes. Is this native Linux version of the game or Proton/Wine? Native Linux. There is never a reason to use Proton with Factorio. If you use Proton with Factorio, then I don't like you. After all the effort I put into the frickin' Linux support, you're just gonna go and use Proton. Does it even work with the Proton? I don't actually know. I think it does. I could try it just for fun. What about Qmu? I don't know. Okay, well that ain't working. So let's debug.
Oh my god!
Thank you for the follow, Rhea987. Appreciate you. Oh gosh. Look at all these technology errors I need to fix. Gosh, the debug version takes so long to load. Okay, so we want to break on this function. Okay, here we go. What happened to my syntax highlighting? What's wrong with LLDB? Weird. I can't read anything without syntax highlighting. LDB file it's not showing any. What? Okay. That's weird. It's not showing any of the fancy things. Like, it's not showing the progress either. And it's also not doing any syntax highlighting. I wonder why. Maybe I need to run it inside tmux for it to work? Yeah, it works inside tmux. But it doesn't work inside Alacrity. Why? What about foot? Doesn't work inside foot either. I need to run it inside tmux to get syntax highlighting. What's with that? That makes no sense. LLDB no syntax highlighting. Alacrity. Freaking Libre Wolf suggest us. Okay. Let's see. LLDB, no syntax highlighting Alacrity. No colors. Well, that's dumb. Yeah, I don't know. Oh well. I already, like, it's already hard to read terminal debuggers, but when you have no highlighting or coloring at all, it makes it even more difficult. Because now it's just this big white mass of garbage. Okay, so target temperature, print target temperature. Yeah, that's still 15. Math min. Oh, I'm a freaking idiot. I didn't need a debugger for that. It's max. Oh, this is why you don't program while you're tired. Seriously, that's annoying. I need to figure out a way to get LLDB's coloring back because I can't live without it. In fact, I want to be able to use Foot, which is like a Wayland native, super simple and nice terminal emulator. And I used it for a while. The problem with Foot is that on Fedora, it has a weird term info called Foot Extra. So if I were to SSH into my Raspberry Pi, it doesn't show. Well, yeah, it does show my IPv6 address, so good thing I didn't just dox my. Oh, I can't not show the. Hold on. Okay, that's how I'm gonna avoid doxing myself. You'll see I SSH'd into my Raspberry Pi, and there's none of my syntax highlighting is working because of the term info. But if I SSH into my Strawberry Pi from Alacrity, you'll see that it works. Because on Debian, which is what the Raspberry Pi is based on, the Foot term info is just called Foot, but on Fedora, the Foot term info is called Foot Extra. So I have to set Foot to use the Foot Extra term info, and then when it SSHs into Debian, the term info doesn't match, so it just heckin' doesn't work. I freaking love terminal emulators. They're the best thing ever. Okay, we're still making 15 degree steam. Weird. Okay, well, we're gonna stop working on this because I don't want to block the release of Krastorio on another stable Factorio release. Fusion reactor, real fusion reactor. Because if we want to do this, I'm going to need to like actually debug this. So that takes the max of default temperature and the get min temperature. Get min temperature is 975, so that should be 975. And then it clamps the target temperature between the default and the max. You know what? That should work. I'm going to debug it. That's still 15. Why? Wait, why is that? Okay. Oh, you're heckin' kidding me. It's not setting the temperature constraints on the fluid box? Or on the fluid buffer, I mean? Why did I rewrite the fluid system again? Why did I break everything? That should fail consistency check then, because no, it passes. Why? But the fluid buffer has the wrong minimum temperature. Because the prototype specifies that the minimum temperature is 975, but it's actually set to 15 on the fluid buffer. Oh, it doesn't check the consistency. Oh. Why did I have to... I really regret rewriting the fluid system sometimes. Optional float. Oh, well, yeah, okay, whatever. But yeah, it's not doing a consistency check on that, so that's inconsistent. That should not... I'm gonna need to... Another blame Raggard comment, indeed. Okay, so as a temporary fix... Just roll back to old fluids. What could go wrong? Get prototype, min temperature. That's a very Rust style value like thing. I recently discovered this thing that we have. It's a very almost get blamed. It's a very rusty kind of thing right there. Well, they might have added it to stood optional. Let's see. Let's test it on a stood optional. Oh, yep, value or. Nice. Yeah, Fagard. There we go. No input fluid. There we go. Wow, it really takes 400 megawatts? That's a lot. Okay, so that's a really dumb stopgap, but can we, let's see, we have cached. Values from prototype, okay. Is there any padding in here we could take advantage of? Yes. Oh yeah, oh there's so much wasted space in here, jeez. So yeah, here's a bit of a lesson for you guys in data-oriented design. A lot of times the biggest, the largest performance drain that you'll get is the CPU waiting for memory from RAM. So depending on how far you've cache missed, like taking something out of RAM can be like thousands of CPU cycles, depending on how large it is. So whenever you're making a C++ class that is used a lot, for example, the fusion reactor is used for every fusion reactor that you have in the map, you want to try to minimize the amount of wasted space in your class. Because when you make a struct in C or a class in C++, the order in which you define things actually matters. So if you look here, this says we have a type direction, offset of 210 bytes. The size is 1 byte because direction is just a uint 8, so it's 1 byte. But then there's 5 bytes of padding here, and that's because the CPU needs to align things to certain like memory alignments or cache alignments for the cache lines. So the energy source is 8 bytes. This is 1 byte. There's 5 bytes here that are unused. So if I go down here and we click here, we can see that the fusion reactor is 896 bytes. I can add a double. I think I can add a double. No, I can't. I can add a float, my float here, and you'll see that it's still the same size because we're now using some of that padding, and now there's only 1 byte of padding instead of 5 bytes of padding. So yeah, what this means is that I can add a float here, float target temperature, and it won't increase the size of this struct. So this struct is 48 bytes, and it's still 48 bytes. What this means is that I can add this target temperature feature without decreasing UPS for the base game. That is something that you have to make sure that you do if you're adding mod API features. Is if you're going to add a modding API feature, you need to make sure that it doesn't decrease performance for vanilla players as much as possible. So we can add a target temperature here, and now we can go to the fusion reactor prototype and add a target temperature here as well. And then on prototypes, it doesn't matter as much because you're going to have much fewer prototypes than you have actual entities, so that's why I'm not really worrying about it here. That might actually need to be an optional float. How big is that? That's 8 bytes instead of 4. So use 4 whole bytes for the optional? Yikes. Imagine having an X3D processor. That'd be pretty nice. Yes, I do want to get a 9950X 3D. But I can't really justify doing that right now because I still have a plenty good computer and it works just fine. I don't really need to upgrade. I'm not really having that many performance bottlenecks with games. The most physically, the most computationally demanding game I play is Final Fantasy VII Remake, and that runs at 90 FPS just fine. So like, I don't need to upgrade my GPU either. My 6800 XT and 10900K and DDR4 memory are just fine. However, that being said, I am getting a new laptop mainboard. I'm getting the Ryzen AI 9 HX370, I think it is, for my framework laptop. Yeah, this one. I'm getting this. So I am getting a new mainboard for my laptop because my laptop's mainboard is trash. The Intel just sucks down power like nothing else. So I did pre-order this immediately when it was announced. So I'm in batch 1 and I'm gonna get it next month. But that also means I need to buy DDR5 memory because I don't own any. Yes, Lucifer, I do have a framework laptop. Listening to you talk about all this code optimization makes me a bit nervous. Why's that? Do we have an optional float constructor from a property tree? And we probably should. It'd be nice. But I don't want to make... Your usage of this class is fundamentally wrong. I love that. There's some really funny comments in this code base. I was thinking about rewriting one mod for 2.0 and I have zero experience at all, and now I'm worried. Well, for mods, you don't really need to worry that much. The things I was talking about are specific to C and like other systems programming languages. I'm nervous because my boss might hear and ask me to help refactor our work code, and I'd rather set myself on fire. Okay, so now we have an actual target temperature, which means on the fusion reactor itself, we can now get values from prototype here. Values.target temperature, prototype, target temperature. Oh man, I would really love the walrus operator. C++ walrus operator. Oh, it's not the walrus operator. It would be nice to have this, whatever that's called, so that you can just do that or prototype output fluid or values to output fluid ID default temperature. Like that. But instead I have to do this dumbness. Like that. Wait, we don't have a... Oh, no, that's fine. We just do it like that. Yeah, Lucifer, that's what I was doing. The problem was that this type and this type were not the same thing. So I would need to do that. But I think it's better to just do it like that. Okay, so now we have the target temperature, which means we can get temperature. Produce fluid temperature. Here we go. So now instead of this garbage, we could just do this. Cached dot target temperature. So now instead of this garbage, I just do target temperature. Can't forget the documentation. Oh no, I'm bad. I didn't write the test before I wrote the implementation. Literally undevable. Oh, this is not gonna work. Watching you work while also working is fun. Oh, thank you. Boo. Uncle Bob gonna break some kneecaps. See, like, I believe in test-driven development, but I don't believe in Uncle Bob's thing of, like, you write the test until you can't compile the test anymore, and then you switch to writing the implementation, and then once the test compiles, then you switch back to writing the test. I believe that it's more nuanced than that. You write as much of the test as you can ahead of time, and then you write the implementation. Like, if you're working on something super complicated, then maybe the alternating approach is good. It also depends on what you're doing. Like, we don't have GUI tests, so we just don't write tests for GUI. Boom. Yeah, that works nicely. Thank you for the follow, leftlings. I appreciate you. Okay, so this works now, which is cool. Each of these produces 100 megawatts, so we can do like 300 megawatts, like that. There we go. And this will have, 100 megawatts. Now there should be nothing left for that. Oh, but this actually has a higher usage priority, so it will actually be fine. Yeah. If it worth a follow as a fellow developer and Factorio enjoyer, this should be right up my alley. Well, thank you. I will warn you that the dev streams aren't as common as the playing streams, so if you're here for dev, then you might be slightly disappointed in my streaming schedule, because I usually play the game. Why is that so tall? I feel like that bounding box is like a full tile too high. Weird. Shoot, hold on. Okay. So here we can't actually do this in Krastorio right now because we can't rely on new features. So we implemented that, but now we have to go back to dumbness land where we don't have a proper fusion reactor. I'm just here for another interesting stream that will be in my live list from time to time. Gameplay or dev play, it's all good. Well, thank you. Okay, so what else is in our 2.0 milestone? Most of the tab outdated. We fixed that. In fact, let's push that change. Okay, before any other accidents happen, I'm going to close down all my work stuff and sign out of my timesheet. Nice. Worked for a solid 45 minutes. So yeah, it'll continue being a crafting machine for now. But yeah. Okay, yeah, so that's in the other mods, so that doesn't apply to Krastorio anymore. Disable radiation sound effect. Right, so actually what I want to do is I want to get how much it was actually damaged. Returns, total damage actually applied. There we go. So now it should only play a sound if you're actually getting hurt by the radioactivity. So if we place some uranium ore and yeah, we're not getting hurt, but if we take this off, nice, that works perfectly. Easy, done. Really? You can't reword commits if you are using GPG signing? That's really weird. Okay, what else is easy to do right now? Hey, Cypher Cat, thank you for the raid. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the raid. What were you playing today? You were playing Space Age. Sushi Base. Okay, well, I think the next thing I want to do is fix all of the text-free prerequisite errors that are showing up here. Oh, wait, they're not showing up anymore. What? Do they only show up on the debug version of the game? Is Kitschy Rewrite going? Pretty well, although it would be better if I knew what was going on here. If I run it on the debug version, Stupid gosh darn mouse wheel. I need to disassemble this mouse because the mouse wheel is so useless now. It keeps skipping around. But disassembling this mouse requires taking off the the mouse slides, and I don't think I'll be able to do that without damaging them. Okay, let's search for this. And this only happens if we are... Oh, it's a verbose logging. Okay. What mouse? Logitech G703 Lightspeed. I love this mouse. It's so good. It's very comfortable. It's wireless. The battery lasts forever. The scroll wheel is great until the scroll wheel stops being great. Okay, so now we have verbose logging. There we go. Okay. Yes, Soulburn, I am aware. I have permission to stream Factorio source code now. Oh, was that for Cypher's benefit? You're telling chat? Yeah, okay. Yeah, when you said you were tentatively planning on releasing by the end of next week, do you mean this week that just started or the one after that? This week. When did I send that message? I sent it 2 days ago. Okay, so it works. Yeah. I sent it on Saturday for me. So it will actually come before Pi 6? Nice. Well, generally you want to come during Pi 6, but I don't know what you're like. Okay. So electronics on advanced circuit is redundant as plastics already contains it in the prerequisite tree. So let's see. Does it deduplicate all that for you? So what was that? That was electronics on advanced circuit. Advanced circuit. Yeah, it already does all the deduplication. Okay, well, let's just start going through these. Sorry, I do have to make the font size smaller so that I can see it more stuff. Well, actually, let's do this. There we go. Deduping part of the mod or something that will come in base Factorio? Well, it looks like base Factorio already deduplicates these things. So like if we go in here, the prerequisites include electronics, but you'll see that it doesn't have a line to electronics in the tech tree because the tech tree generator already deduplicates that stuff. Or like it detects that it deduplicates. Or it detects that it can deduplicate it. Okay. Is redundant. Okay, so electronics on advanced circuit is redundant. Logistics science pack on advanced circuit is redundant, as plastics already contains it. That's not being added by me, I don't think. Logistic tech card. Yeah, Okay, so I need to remove prerequisite, advanced circuit. Logistic science pack. What? What gives? Oh, wait, is it one of the dumb, like, procedural things? For science pack, oh. Yeah, this is dumb. We're just gonna remove all this code and see what happens. Restart. Okay. So we're gonna remove that. We'll see how many things that fixes. Okay, it fixed a few of them. Neat. You need to remove electronics, not advanced electronics. No. What are you talking about? Well, I removed the electronics prerequisite from advanced circuit. So now if we go advanced circuit here, it only has 2 prerequisites, and it's plastics and silicon processing, which is exactly what we want. Cool. The clock at the shop shows 2 time zones. The clock at the top shows 2 time zones. Is this the middle or the right of the night, or are you in Europe now? I'm in the middle of the night. I just have Central European time up because that is the time at the WUBA office, and it's useful for me to know that. Wait, is it seriously still 54 degrees outside? That's disgusting. It's the middle of the night. It shouldn't be that warm in March. Can you add my time zone too? Thanks. No. Okay, what's next? Yeah, okay, so with this, the amount of errors here is really gigantic. So with that, the amount of errors is 267. If we remove that code, then the amount of errors is 63. Yeah, okay, we're removing 200 errors. So this code just goes bye-bye. Just get out of here. Okay, so now we can continue working through these. Okay, so prerequisite automation core on automation is redundant. Updates technologies. Here we go. Okay, so automation core on automation is redundant. Bang. Okay, automation on automation 2 is redundant. I'm not adding that though, am I? Hold on, let's do a quick... Okay, yeah, the base game does not have that problem. Yeah, it doesn't. Well, yeah, the base game directly inherits from that. So we need to actually remove that. Okay. I'm just taking a look at the E weirdness. No problem. Okay, now Automation Science Pack KR Automation Core is redundant. Why is KR Optimization Tech Card Name the only one that isn't a literal string? Because space exploration changes this. For space exploration, instead of having the optimization tech card be the space science pack, it changes it so that the space science pack and the optimization tech card are separate. So this is the one bit of the space exploration compatibility that is done on Krastorio's side, is this little bit right here. Also, I just tried to go to references and it just completely crashed the language server. Searching in files, 1%. Oh my gosh. Lua LS is so unusable, dude. It's ridiculous. It's searching through individual files. No, it just gave up. It timed out. It literally couldn't do it. Here, let's try this again. As soon as it catches up, there we go. Okay, go to, oh, hey, there it went. It finally decided to finish the search. Oh my gosh. I want to murder this language server, dude. Lua LS is actually really good. Like, it's super fast, but it's just not good enough to support Factorio's type system yet. Okay. So why is Automation Core a prerequisite of Automation Science Pack? I'm not doing that. Technology prerequisite KR Automation Core on Automation Science Pack is redundant. I don't get it. Why does it have a prerequisite on Automation Core? That's something interesting I've noticed is there's a ton of Lua people who were Chinese. Like an unusually high number of big Lua projects are Chinese. Why is that? It's really fascinating. Man, I wish I had the motivation to work on Lua, please, because it was fun. But I'm glad that Lua LS exists because I just didn't have the motivation. It's Hawkalua girl. Given as Hawk Tour. So we add prerequisite to electronics. But we're not adding this to Automation Science Pack. I don't understand this. Yeah, that's just removing packs. It's not changing stuff. Well, let's worry about those later because I can't figure it out. Okay. So, prerequisite engine on automobilism. Weren't you working on your own little LSP? Yeah, I was. I gave up. It was too hard. Okay, concrete on elevated array. Oh. Fascinating. So if script or if mods elevated rails. Okay, I still don't understand where this is getting automation core from. Oh, no, yes I do. Because when you do this, yeah, I'm dumb. Wait, no, I'm not dumb. So it converts it into, so for every technology, it checks if it should convert it. So if it has a basic tech card, I see. That just changes every recipe. It doesn't change the prerequisites. And it probably should. It's a mystery. Can't you automate this? I possibly, but I think it's faster to just do it because I have to think about every one. Well, I guess I could just start from a base and see what happens. Let's try something. I could do something like that. But yeah, see, now it's dead. Wait, I got those backwards. Oh gosh. Oh, I need to do a macro here. Okay. Or no, I don't. I just need to not be dumb. Okay, automation status pack does not have prerequisite care automation core. What? Okay, so it doesn't have it by this point. Oh wait, hold on. Technology, KR battery Mark III equipment does not have prerequisite processing units. Okay, but now see, now I need to go through all these again and make sure that I'm not doing dumb code things. Okay, so automation science pack, care automation core, gate electronics, correction processing. Okay, yeah, but these just need to be changed in the prototype definitions. Oh, great. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, so it was KR immersium processing. Okay, advanced fuel, KR advanced chemistry. Man, why is this one on the left so blurry? That's weird. Huh. I don't know. Okay, advanced tank. Also doesn't need that. Okay, and then KR air purification. Doesn't need engine. Okay, atmosphere condensation. Doesn't need electronics. Automation. KR automation, what? What is that one? Huh, weird. KR automation, KR immersive processing. Okay, and then the battery Mark III equipment. Doesn't need processing units. This one doesn't need electronics. Energy control units. Doesn't need Singularity Lab. Okay, and energy storage doesn't need electric energy accumulators or matter tech card. It just needs energy control units. Okay, then fluid excess handling. Doesn't need electronics. And then fusion energy. Doesn't need low density structure or processing units. That fit? Barely. Okay, and a gas power station. Doesn't need engines. Okay, our greenhouse doesn't need automation core. Okay, that doesn't need immersium processing. Nuclear locomotive doesn't need railway. Okay, personal laser defense Mark II equipment doesn't need low density structure. This doesn't need military 4. This doesn't need lithium sulfur batteries. Nah, whatever. If I was going to make a macro, I should have done it at the beginning. Okay, so that is paired up. So that can go away. Remove prerequisite Covarex enrichment. Okay, logistics science pack. Electronics. Okay, that is paired up. Rocket silo concrete. Rocket fuel, because it's, yeah, that's fine. Solar energy. Yep. Space science pack. Yep. Tank. Yep. Nope. All right, cool. So now, if we restart, it shouldn't have any errors. Yes, we're good. We fixed all the problems. Cool beans. Okay, I can learn cement, which requires the building from automation 2. Concrete. Oh yeah, that was fixed. I'm gonna count that as fixing that. Okay, so removing that enforcing prerequisites thing to fix all those errors might have broken some other assumptions in the tech tree. So there's probably going to be some bug reports, but we will fix those as they come. It doesn't need to be perfect on the first try. Cool. What else? Bug refactoring. Oh yeah, I did that. Okay. Bug other mod. Bug. Limit turning range of the railgun turret. Okay, so what is the railgun turret doing? Yeah, whatever. I don't remember the rationale for that. Okay, really? Is that really like all of my 2.0 bugs? Are we 2.0 bug free now? Except for this one. This one I'm not sure how we're gonna fix yet, though. Guess I'll delay this till later because I don't know what to do to fix that. Okay, fusion power balance seems off. This is the infrastructure required to satisfy 4 nuclear reactors, total 1.5 gigawatts of energy. On the other hand, this is some of the required infrastructure needed to run fusion reactor. It's 1.5 net gigawatts of energy. That is definitely not right. Oh my gosh, the mouse wheel's dead again already. I need to... Stupid thing. There we go. Well, let's rate calculator this. Like 0.2%, yeah, so it's 1 every 5 seconds. So that produces 2,000 steam per second. This consumes 100. So you can power... Heck. Because that's 2,000 per second. And each of these is 100, so that's 500. So you can power 4 rows of these. And that will be 2 gigawatts. Actually, that's 1.5 gigawatts because of the input. Yeah, 1.5 gigawatts. Okay. So what was the complaint here? Some of the required infrastructure needed to run a fusion reactor is 1.5 net gigawatts of energy. Fusion reactors can each for 5 seconds. Thousands of machines just for 1.5 gigawatts doesn't look right. I know that that's not right because I only had like 2 of these making tritium before. So you create 1 tritium every 30 seconds. Oh no, that's crafting speed of 1, and you get 5 tritium every 30 seconds. Okay. So yeah, per minute you get 10. Per second, per 5 seconds, you get 0.8. Yeah, this person's math isn't right. You don't need 12 tritium per second. You only need 1 every 5 seconds. Yeah, it was where I figured that out. This only takes 5 seconds to make. Yeah, something's really wrong with this math. All right, cool. Not a problem. Okay, so now there's this problem. These electric mining drills, let me demonstrate this for you. I've known about this bug for like 2 years, and I haven't fixed it because it's annoying. So this way it looks fine. This way it looks fine. But if you rotate this, well actually these two directions it looks fine. But these two directions, the sprites are not correct. There's like some weird black box something going on there. And I have no idea why. But I'm also too lazy to fix that, I think. Also, I just yawned, so maybe I should try going to sleep. Maybe it's time to end the insomnia dev session. Well, let's see, we have electric mining drill graphics here. There's a smoke front, Mark II horizontal animation, Mark III horizontal animation, test LED's working visualization, shift animation waypoints. Okay, so yeah, we have those things.
Moisturize me, moisturize me.
It's not even using it. Cinematic, it depends on the feature. Like belt stacking is locked, elevated rails are locked, quality is locked, space platforms are locked. But generally new properties on entities are generally not locked because it'd be a pain to lock them all. And some new entities just straight up aren't locked. Like for example, the selector combinator is available in the base game. And the display panel, but also fusion reactor prototypes are also available in the base game. Yeah, I'm way too lazy to figure this out. Okay, well, I think we're gonna call it a night. I'm starting to get yawny, so perhaps I will be able to fall asleep now. Yeah, I'll find somebody to raid.
Oh my god!
Thank you for the follow, Morbid Kitten. I appreciate you. We're gonna raid Just Right Gaming. He just started his stream. He's supposedly playing Factorio. He's not playing it yet, but he will supposedly play it soon. Yeah, he's been playing it. Cool. Yeah, let's raid him. All right, have a good night, everyone.